Hello, everybody. What's going on? What's shaking, fellas? My name is Numi Blue. I'm just a free-floating star lady for a good time, possibly eternal time. And welcome back to Roadwarden. That's right, fellas. It only took 2 weeks this time instead of 2 months. But we're back in at it at Roadwarden. Isn't that just crazy banana bonkers? Uh, I'll get to this game eventually. Eventually, one day, hopefully. Maybe. Anyway, hey guys, what's going on? How's it going? Hopefully y'all having a fine... What's today? Monday? Gosh, how dare it be Monday. Hope you're all having a decent Monday, I guess. Also, it's really funny that both second and third have been taken, but I don't think anyone's gotten first yet. So, technically the person who gets first will be the third person. So, that's wild, man. But yeah, we're back, we're at 'em. We're gonna chill with this. You get 2 hours. And as I was like, 2 hours today, I was like, I just go up in amount of time over the week, don't I? Give my sporadic Mondays 2 hours, my Thursday fallouts 3 hours, and then it all culminates to 4 hours on Saturday for Dragon Age. It's like I get more stamina for stream as the week goes by. But yeah. We're here, we're doing things. As always, please let me know if I'm too loud or the game's too loud or vice versa or any which other way, because I do not want to harm your sweet little baby eardrums. That would be unfortunate all around. Also, we had to adjust music stuff last time because it was on me to mess things up between the weeks, so sound was a little off. And then even when I went back and was kind of watching Dragon Age from Saturday a little bit, I was like, I was pretty quiet, so I turned myself up some. Hopefully we're at a good volume again. I'm not gonna adjust things and not take a picture next time, because that's a fool's errand right there. But hopefully the music's fine, hopefully my volume's fine. But like I said, if anything needs adjusted, please let me know and I will do so immediately. But let me make sure stream's going well. Looks good there. Looks good there. I have in fact posted, so we're hunky-dory. My chat's up, heck yeah. So like I said, we're back, we're playing Roadwarden. This is my third stream of this, actually. This is a little pixelated RPG adventure kind of game I picked up on a whim a while back. I think I got it on one of the Steam sales forever ago. And I started playing it, not realizing it was going to be like a longer game. I kind of was like, oh, it's gonna be like a short little RPG adventure, blah, 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 blah. Psych, it's not. Well, so now I'm into this. I did a recap last time I streamed this because it'd been 2 months since I'd streamed it, because I originally streamed it as like a thing for my birthday in June, and then 2 weeks ago I finally got back around to it. I did a recap thing there. Don't ask me for a recap thing this time. It's only been 2 weeks. If you want to know what happened, just go watch the video. If you are interested in following in Numi's Roadwarden journey from the beginning, you can watch all that on YouTube. The link is in my little about me below. All the link bots from the stream are posted there. So, Dragon Age Fallout, all the fun stuff, you can catch them there. And now Roadwarden as well. What is this game? I'm dangerous. In a dangerous place. Doing dangerous things. Dangerously. I feel like that's about sums it up. There's lots of mystery, lots of exploring, lots of me getting lost on a literal straight road. I'm not even joking, you people. I'm so lost. Last stream, I had one goal in mind, was to go to this one town, and I ended up everywhere else except for this one town. I'm like, oh my golly. How did I end up lost on this stinking straight road? But I did it. I did it. Oh boy. That was me doing the thing. Hi, Flower. Look at that. Flower got first. Like I said, second and third got redeemed so fast, but the third person to redeem something was going to actually be the third person to redeem one of those is going to redeem the first one. Man, the irony. But yeah, how you doing, Flower? What's going on? What's chicken bacon? I'm just giving exposition and talking. You know how I am. I'm a yapper like that. I did unmute. Hold on. Yes, I did. Cheesy criminy. I always fear that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna take a sippy. This game requires a lot of talking. This is basically Numi reading you fellows an audiobook. What was that? My lights just got brighter for no ding dang reason. I'm a little... What happened? That's a reverse of a ghost right there. It's so much brighter in here now. What happened? That's wild. Anyway, ghosts aside, let's get into this. Who falls asleep in the forest, wakes up in a troll's mouth? I like that. I like that. Also, for this game, I am reading almost everything in like a southern accent. And I realized I think at the very end of my first time playing part of this, that what I thought these people were speaking of with the really strong southern accent was instead something supposed to closer to Scottish / Irish, and I'm terrible at those, but for the sake of continuity, I gave it a whirl last time, and I'm gonna try and give it a whirl this time with the accents like that. Like, I'm pretty set on my southern, but Irish, I'm like, I don't know. So, blanket permission to everyone. Make fun of me as you wish. This is just Numi having fun with accents, is what this is. Audiobook with accents by Numi. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Load game. We were here. That's right. Him. The bottle removes its seal seemingly by itself. The wax floats in the air briefly, then lands on the table gently. Without a word, she pours a thick liquid into the cup with her only hand, but doesn't offer you any snacks just yet. That's right. I got to this... Let's look at the map real quick. So I realized in retrospect, like, clear back here, I needed to go this way. I needed to go over here. And what did I not do? I got lost on this stinking straight road and I went all the way over here. So I think what I need to do is like sleep here and come back, because you're really not supposed to travel at night in this place, because this is a crazy place and bad things happen in this crazy place and I'm the one who has to deal with it. And there was like something else. There was another crossroads. Oh yeah, this way was a monster. This way is blocked. I haven't been this way yet. That's a river, and then I haven't gone this way yet, but I think the Enchantress is over here. I'm not sure. I think there's a treasure or something down here. I'm not certain with that. Don't know what this is. I think over here is the White Marshes, which is where I was heading, because I'm actually looking for the previous Roadwarden named Asterion, and I've yet to find the dude, and he is probably not with us anymore. But I had to find proof of such. So that's what we're looking for. And I got to this inn with these people who were a little friendly, and because they were so friendly, that made me a little like, why are you so friendly with me? So that's where we're at. I'm inside. She's offering me a bev. What are my stats? I'm nourished. Oh my god, I'm so stinky. I gotta take a bath, man. I only got 2 out of 5. I'm so stinky. I need a bath. I'm trying to learn more about the peninsula. Taverns seem like a fair shot. Ooh, I'm looking for Asterion. Shelter. Place. Archive? Yeah. Introduce myself. So who am I dealing with? Okay. She doesn't offer me anything else after I introduce myself. I am looking for Asterion. I feel like that's not crazy news, and everybody knows who the dude is. Some people have had dealings with him. I've definitely gone further than I need to, because I think the last place people heard of him was the White Marshes. So it will be curious to know if he's gone further than the White Marshes, from what other people have said. So I'm looking for Asterion, the previous Roadwarden. She looks at you for a longer moment, without the slightest movement. And why do you think he's here? I'm not saying that I do. Yeah, I don't want to be confrontational. I'm not saying that I do, but maybe you know where I can find him. Ah, I misunderstood you. She shakes her head and leans on the table. I don't know his whereabouts. He didn't tell me a thing more than all you needed to hear. Ooh. Ooh hoo 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 hoo. That isn't interesting. Numi, this is the start of stream. You can't be flubbing your words already. Get it together, girlfriend. Get it together. Little slap to the face right there. Get it together. You got this, girlfriend. You got this. When was the last time you saw Asterion? She glances out a window. Same as the others, in the late days of spring. We were waiting for his return, me and all the villages. Then moved on. I have no idea where he went. Oh? All the villages, you say? She turns towards you with the fierceness of a bear. That's what I said. I don't know, this... it's so sketchy. I don't want them to be sketchy. I want to be wrong. I want people to be happy and friendly and not have to take my horse. Please don't take my horse. I love my horse out there with the dudes. Yeah, what can you tell me about him? She rests her only hand across her stomach, which you identify as her version of crossing her arms. A customer and an errand runner, what's there to say? Your additional questions don't get many more answers. She brings up the man's looks and equipment, without adding much to what you've already learned from Tulia. He was paying with dragons, rarely bartered, she adds. That's what city folk do, eh? Seeking riches and locking themselves in a chamber, prisoners of their might. Yeah, I don't think I chose that I was from a city for my background anyway. I frown. It's not really what I'm aiming for. We'll see, love. We'll see. Did he do any jobs for you? She presses her tongue against her cheek and lips. Well, I'm not sure. He was bringing me news or delivering my messages. Sold me some stuff. Sometimes bought a thing or two. His life wasn't really that riveting. Just another mug guzzler, sitting in the corner, patching his clothes. Ooh, that's a good question. Did he sell you anything unusual? She stares at you without blinking. Such as what? Something that hints to where he went. She frowns. I'll tell you if I think of something, anything. Cheesy criminy. This is already bad. I'm gonna take a sippy. Get it together, Numi. This is all reading. You gotta read for 2 hours. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Ruffles of riches, 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 blah, 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 blah. This is why I wouldn't be great at doing an audiobook or anything like that. I just flub my words too much. And when I was like listening back to my previous episode of this, I'm like, boy, do I talk fast or do I talk fast? I'm trying actively right now to talk slower, because when I went back to my Dragon Age video from Saturday, I'm like, holy crap, you Roadrunner. Get it under control. You don't need to be talking 100 miles a minute. So I'm trying to slow it down. She frowns. I'll tell you if I think of anything. That's kind of confrontational. You don't sound especially bothered by his disappearance. You see me as someone eager to make friends with a vagabond? I'll take it as a compliment to my skills as a tavern keep. Folks come and go, their faces disappear, friends die in my arms. She pauses. Families fade away. There was a different Roadwarden years ago, and there's another one now. But there's only one Foggy in the north, and one Elan. Oilan. Elan? That's not two L's. It's gotta be an I and an L. And one Island. That slow son of mine. And one Creeks. I have only so many tears to spare. Interesting. She's pretty indifferent, but fair. Hey Wolf, what's going on? What's shaking bacon? What's happening, Captain? I'm definitely not flipping my words already. Me? Nah, couldn't be. I talk so distinctly. Hopefully you're doing well. X to down. Who would doubt me? Me not flip my words? Me actively trying to slow down my talking so I'm not a jabbermouth? Jabbermouth? Me and my friends get no respect. We'll return to this later. Maybe. Once our souls are too restless to stay quiet. But now, go ahead. Have a snack. The flesh of the pear is still wet. The carrot is firm and crisp. The plums can't be from here. The place lacks a stove, so they were brought here from another settlement. They have a smoky aroma of burnt hazel twigs, smelling like winter food. Such snacks would be fitting even on the plates in the Merchant Guild. Ooh. That's interesting. Foggy leans forward with an elbow resting on the table. Well, for me, it's a lazy day. At least the rains spare us so nicely, holding off till the evenings. What's this? Yeah, this is. I don't want to ask straight into the why you give me expensive food. What's the story behind this place? Can't be more than a few years old. It's our third summer under the roof of Foggy Lake, but the palisade is older. Used to be a camping spot for the bird catchers from creeks, and there are fish here that don't swim in our streams. When we were but newcomers in the north, these lands were hard to bend, but the beast got used to us with time. A melancholy crawls into her eyes. As she observes a mead in her cup, you reach for a snack. Every year or so, we added something new. The rocks for a campfire, some stools, a fence, a firewood shed, a boat. At one point, we brought the lumber from I gotcha. We brought the lumber from White Marshes and built a cabin, like the one at the Eastern Road. More folks started resting here, even traders from Galore and Old Pagos. A plenty fine spot for an inn, aye? Her smile is warm. I'm building my home from nothing, you could say, and not for the first time. How about you? Does any of it sound tempting? Thinking back to my backstory, my sister's debt. I mean, yeah, the only reason I'm not even from the city, I'm from a small town on the outskirts of Hovelvan. I mean, I'm after money, but I've pretty much established that it's only to pay off my sister's debt. Just sell your sister to parts to pay off her debt. I don't even know where she is, man. I assume she's back home, but I literally know nothing else about the situation with that. Yeah, a nice place. I mean, I'm an introvert, so that's the dream. A place far away from Hovelvan, somewhere where I can rest after a day of work without aching back. You speak my own words, love. My own words. We have a good home here in the north. Not the safe one, not the fun one. But there's plenty of food and plenty of things to build. I'm already luckier than most. She looks at the place where her missing arm used to be. How do you stay safe from the beasts? You're completely open from the lake. quick legs, love. Her brief yet thunderous laughter makes you flinch. We don't leave any food outside, but our cauldron smells. Every now and then something scary shows up. We lock ourselves in here for days if we have to. Our windows help us keep an eye on the yard. Blah 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 blah. It's this me trying to do this Irish accent, which I'm failing at, and I know I'm failing at. This is the cue for you people to make fun of me for that. But I'm doing my best here, folks. Ahem. Our windows help us keep my eye on the Irish. I thought it was Scottish. It's something, man. I'm trying. Oh gosh, I'm something to that degree. I don't even know what it is at this point. It's me giving it my best shot. That's what it is. That's the accent I'm going for. Our windows help us keep a keen eye on our yard. Better that than leaving the hamlet to goblins. What am I thinking of? No. You mentioned that having no wall from the lakeside is quite a risk. She nods in agreement and reaches for a dried plum. We don't bring children and old folks around, but this part of the peninsula is not so bad, at least in the sunlight. Not much food growing or running around, unless you can live on fish and birds, and the folks of creeks are great hunters, the greatest around. But isn't there a harbor in the city as well? How'd you keep the creatures away? That's a good question. What am I gonna do for world building here? Flying beasts every now and then, something large. Run away, live with the soldiers. The guards say let's make it too dangerous for them. I kind of think this one's funny. They don't even need to attack. Or just feed them our trash, or people fall off the bridge. An unlucky soul here and there, but otherwise they're the trash monsters. They eat the trash in the water. I like that more than like having a kaiju just come up to us. They mostly stay in the water, waiting for trash or drunkards to fall off a bridge. Chilling. One day we had such a thing here, during our first summer. 2 adventurers got drunk and went to watch the lake after dark. We'll hide if anything shows up, they were saying. In the morning, the water was red, and their rags were covering the rocks. What do I want to ask now? Yeah, let's ask about interesting beasts. I would like to learn more about what's going on. Like, what is around here. There was that one creature in that one path I couldn't go past. Oh, I hunt for nothing, she smirks. Not since I lost my arm, and the boys outside are not made for it either. They've no drive to fight, you see, and grew up to be wimps. They sometimes club down a hare, but we're all about foraging and bird traps now. The folks in creeks do the real hunting, she adds after a pause. Runners, mouflons, rats, sometimes a buffalo or a saurian. We have no soil for fields, so game meat is all we have left. She stretches out, getting even taller. Do you hunt often? Hare clubbing? Yeah, the hares, they go clubbing. You know, just EDM in the club, bunch of hares. You know, that's what she means, right? Totally. You, you're in a club, the hare clubbing. They go with the seals. The hares and the seals go clubbing. Yep, that's what they do. They do that. Totally. What else do they mean? What else could they mean, right? I mean, I guess this one makes the most sense because I did leave all the foxes alone in the other place. If I'm about to starve, I don't enjoy killing. You've picked a rough trade for yourself then. I used to like it. Hunting, sure, but even more so crushing the undead. Or even cut down a few bandits for good pay. But now, my dumb ape of a son goes on a longer trip. My heart pounds like a hammer. She thuds her clenched fist against her chest. I couldn't go on like this. Bandits also have mutters. Mutters? Bandits also have mutters. Bandits also have mothers, Dumb ape of a son. She keeps insulting her own kid. I have noticed that. I do want to ask about the drinks. You seem to be into some expensive drinks. The pricey ones are gifts I received, or treasures I found when I was young. I also bought a few. I like to offer something unusual to the wealthier, or more promising guests. She tilts her cup and grabs a purple carrot from the snack plate. Ooh, we're not just dealing with orange carrots. We got purple carrots? Now that's fancy. I dabbled with some recipes myself. I have plenty of brewing tools, though I can name maybe half of them. Still, from ales to hard drinks, I had some success. Some successes. Okay, that wasn't as touchy of a topic as I thought it would be. What brought you up north? You don't look like someone who spends their life cleaning tables. Ooh, this is a long one. Once you burn enough dead friends and relatives, clean tables start to look plenty tempting. She leans forward and takes another look at her bottle, sealing it with an approving nod. My ma and pa were both big and strong. One time, they saw me sitting on this kid, twisting his arm, so they started to teach me. Staff duels, running, lifting barrels and rocks. Thankfully, the army chieftain said I wasn't disciplined enough. She rubs the scars on her forehead. So I did a lot of things. Escorted some merchants, joined a group of adventurers, hunted for bounties, guarded a village temple. The last memory makes her voice gloomy. Not all of these things make me proud of myself. She smells the mead in her cup, but doesn't take a sip. I moved here only after I lost my arm, when the folks were fleeing the invasion. I took my Elin, a casket of dragons, and joined a more organized group. Arm or not, I saw him a fierce punch. I believe it. She lets out a pleased grunt. I was worth keeping around. Her voice can't hide that she's delighted to carry on with her tale. Now that the years are catching up with me, and even more so with my back, I need to build myself a decent shelter. I crave no adventures, but I'm happy to hear stories from other restless souls. In the meantime, I'll practice this little trick. She points at the cauldron in the middle of the room and starts to make circles with her finger. The ladle... Oh! That's interesting. The ladle mimics the movement, mixing the stew for another minute or two. That's also good for my back. Magic! She can't be Eudosha, could she? No, she can't be Eudosha. She's foggy, that's right. Carrots were originally purple or white, I know, but you only ever see the orange ones now. So it's gone back to that thing where the originals are the fancy versions, you know? I do want to ask this. This is interesting. Your name's Foggy, and this is Foggy Lake. Is the tavern named after you or after the lake? The lake has no name. She moves her cup away and leans forward, resting her elbow on the table. Her voice is playful, warm. Yet, I mean. But there will be stories about this place, believe me, and about passing by the lake while getting to Foggies. I may not be a dragon slayer or a holy woman, but one way or another, my soul will live on in my name, tied to these walls. She looks at you in silence, and bursts into laughter. You could swear she makes the jar shake. I'm plenty fine with being vain. We all want to be remembered, I think. My pa used to say memories of ours live in the blood of our children. But guess what? Kids die as well. All my brothers and sisters gone. She pauses, but there's no sadness in her eyes. Stories have a better reach, We can tell each other about strangers who lived centuries ago. There's magic in that. I believe her. This lady's magic. She's a magician. Maybe she is Yadosha. I don't want to ask her about her arm off the spot. She seems cool, but... That's how Beowulf became immortal, exactly. Stories live forever. Men die, but stories live on. What's that saying? It's like, you only truly die when your name is said for the last time or something along those lines. Like, it's the idea of like, you aren't gone if people are still talking about you, that whole dealio. And so if your story or your name gets immortalized and you live on forever. Like Beowulf. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Let's just ask what's next. So what's gonna happen next? We build a real wall? Why not? Then grow my connections in the villages, buy more hard drinks, build another shed, a cabin even, and hire a private warden for these roads, you know, for my guests. Ooh. You know, this is only like a 40-day gig for me. Are you looking for potential employee wardens of the future? You're just saying? I'm only here for like 40 days. But it's all in the distant future. We at Creeks need to take care of the eastern route. Clear it for the traders. That trade, all I have is the locals. They don't even use dragon bones. But why do you care, dear? Are you planning to stay around? I mean, yeah, I'll see what the future brings. I'll see what the future brings. She nods, as we all will. I gotta ask about the magic. I can't not. I have to ask. So, you can move things with your thoughts? She chuckles. Why? Can't you? Ooh. I smile. Now that's a mystery. She chuckles. Oi, let's hope you won't need to use it on your journeys. Or that winter will never come. Or that wolves will cuddle with mouflons. Ugh, save. I don't know if I should ask about her arm or not. She seemed upset about it. She seemed upset about it. Let's change the topic. Ooh. She doesn't trust me enough to tell me what she knows about Asterion. Fair. Have some things I'm willing to part with? You show her what you have for sale, but she waves her hand. But nah, love. Come back with something I could sell at a profit. Or maybe hang on the wall. You collect your belongings. Fair. I don't want to ask about the necromancer because that always leads to bad mojo. What can you tell me about the peninsula? She nods. I know this not. Which place? What can you tell me about? Shucks. Journal. Hold on. Groups and places. Ooh, we could ask about White Marshes. Glossia. I could ask about Glossia. Old Pecos is where the druids are, I believe. Yeah. Let's ask about Galosha. I haven't heard of such a place. How about White Marshes? It's an old village, placed among the bogs in the west. Not so far from here, but the road there leads around the woods, so it takes a good while. She rubs her chin. I'm sure you already know about the Awoken. What? Oh. Yeah, because White Marshes is where the necromancers are, that's right. I don't like what the folks there are doing, not one bit. But I can't blame them. They struggle, and they don't know how to protect their kids, their elders. Oranges. Ooh, that's a new name. Oranges. Dang it, why am I not writing this stuff down? I can't now. I'm already so far into this. Oranges, their priest. She cracks her shoulders. A quiet man, but preaches like a zealot. Always looks like he's on the verge of crying. But that did not turn into... Always looks like he's on the verge of crying. Dang it, I can't do accents. Playing this game just reminds me over and over again how bad I am at them. Jeez, criminy. She opens the door with a wave of her hand, letting in some fresh air. She looks to the lake. They used to trade in lumber, those from marshes, until Howler's Dell started selling their own trees for better prices. The trade to marshes died, and so came the hunger. She looks at you with an unclear grimace on her lips. You may judge them, but at least their preacher gave them hope, even if it's tied to black magic. How about... Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. I need you people to hold on a second. Please tell me that's not a spider in my ceiling. BRB. I do not mess around with spiders, people. I don't. I don't. None of that. I think I forgot to mute my desktop audio. So you just had a confusing lo-fi desktop audio. A couple minutes right there, but I'm not sorry. Bruh. Just on my ceiling. Why? Why would you do that to me? I don't like spiders. It was a big one too. Had to come out of my ceiling. We were messing around with my light bulb. My light bulb in my room last night. Because I just needed to change the light bulbs and the whole light thing came out of the ceiling. Like, ugh. I need to like spray lavender all over my room now. But I can't do that because we're in the middle of stream. So, ugh. Let me just freak out for a minute. Ugh. I'm looking all over the place now. I don't like spiders. Anyway, Numi 1, Spider 0. I can't help it, man. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Unmuted games unmuted, we're fine. Let's get back into this. Oh man, I don't even know what I'm asking. Confirm. Thanks. Ugh. I gotta take a sippy. I sometimes just have like this sixth sense for spiders. I swear. It's like, I'll just look and it'll be right there staring at me. Menacingly. I might as well see what she's got for sale. Even though I can't buy nothing. I literally am broke. Now you're talking, she grins. Well, I can serve you some of my cooking. Not food rations, mind you. But need what we can say, but... blah blah blah. Not food rations, mind you. Need what we can save for the winter season. Let's say you give me a dragon, and in return, I'll cook for you 4 times. You just need to write up when you're hungry. And other than that, you won't take any wood or stone, are you? Burger. What is this? I'm getting Scandinavian now. Spider sense. It is a spider sense. Okay, I think I've talked about this before, but literally when I was in college, I tried multiple times to be like the college kid working outside, getting the fresh air out in like the outdoor seating areas they had, because the college I went to had a lot of like outdoor seating areas and it was really nice outside. And they had a lot of places that for just college kids to hang out on campus and while they're working, like communally or by yourself at tables or whatever. and they had a really nice outdoor area, like all over campus. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a cool kid, and I'm gonna set aside and do some work and get some fresh air, you know, touch grass. And oh, I wish I was joking when I say every single time I tried to do that, and I tried to do this multiple times, and this includes when we would go out for class, like outside. There was a spider on me. Every single time. Every single time. Oh my god. And it would always be like, it was never that I would like feel it. It would always be just be, I would look, I would glance over, and I'd see it crawling like up my leg or something, and be like, nope, that's it. I can never go outside again. I just can't do it. It's so long. Natural world, I'm meant for indoors because I can't deal with this. Every single time. Oh, I'm still mad. I'm still mad. They like you. I wish they wouldn't. What the hell I gotta do to make them not like me? I am not Spider-Woman. Do I look like Spider-Woman to you? I'm completely wrong colors. I'm blue. Spider-Man's red. Like, what the heck? What the hell? What the helly? What the hell y'all say? I don't know, man. Don't like spiders. I guess gotta be on the lookout, mans. I'm gonna have to go get my lavender mint spray and spray everywhere. Because the best thing to prevent spiders is strong smells. So mint and lavender. With just mint, what I do is I have a spray bottle that was like scented spray already, and I used it all. So now I just fill it up with water, and then I put drops of mint scented oil and lavender scented oil, and I just spray that. I spray it like middle schoolers spray Axe body spray, just all over the room. I carpet bomb the room with the scent. So they come in here, they're like, ooh, and I leave. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Senior shrugs. She waves it off and heads towards the trap door. After a minute, she shows up with a sack that clings after every step. Well, I can sell you some scraps. She pulls out a couple of iron clasps, nails, and a broken steel blade. A value trash. We found them while foraging. We don't have a furnace in the creeks, but you could sell these bits and pieces to someone else. She observes you for a moment, then shrugs. Let's discuss the price. Well, let me take a look first. I can't buy nothing because I'm literally broke, but interesting. Okay. I'm looking for work. Ooh, chicken old Pagos. She grins. I somehow doubt you're here to forage for me, love. Not that I have any room for another soul. Let me think. She runs her eyes over the shelves and the trophies, but it's the rocks around the fireplace that catch her attention. The folks at Old Pagos are weirdly quiet. They were supposed to drop 2 wagons of rocks at my place. Can you check on them? Just find out that they're fine. You mentioned the payment. It won't take much work from a rider. You can get there and back in less than a day. Day? Derber? Weapon? Just ride west of here until the road takes you south to the crossroads. Turn west again, and you'll find a village. I'll give you, let's say, a dragon bone? Okay, hold on. I'm terrible with directions in this game. Sell her your left kidney? I would, man. I'm so broke. I'm half hungry, and I'm dirty. My face is dirty. I'm stinky and half hungry, and it's gonna only get worse from here because I'm also broke. I'm doing so great at this game. So great at this game. Weapon? I'm gonna make that have to make that a sticker or something. Weapon? I don't know if it's funny or spelled like that or with the W-A-Y-P-O-N. Weapon? It's just funny to say. You say it's not much, but she waves it off. A Roadwarden should get familiar with all the villages anyway, right? Just do it when you have a chance. Or I'll have more coins for you once you prove you can be trusted with the simpler tasks. What can you tell me about Old Pagos? It may be one of the oldest villages in the north, but even if not, it's safe. with strong walls and safe roads. Their crops are weak, but for generations now they've been cutting stone and building for other tribes in exchange for supplies. Some time ago, they tied themselves to the monks, and now they don't look kindly upon those who don't follow the order of truth. She pauses, twisting her lips to one side, choosing her words carefully. But they are plenty fine folks, true believers, something lost in the city. Not ones that deal in slave trading and pillage. Oh, I didn't realize that was part of this world. Interesting. I'll let you know if I learn anything. Ba-ba-ba-bing-a-ding-a-ding. Yeah, what about... Heard there's some bandits up north. Some banditos. She makes an annoyed grimace. What can I tell you, dear? You know how it goes. Lost souls need a new path after an awfulness finds them. But the years go by, and it doesn't get any easier. One day they take a pile of firewood, another some bread and clothes. And after they start hurting folks, there's no way back. Even if they're not at all cruel. You ask her some more, but she's reluctant to give you straightforward answers. You don't have to worry about Glusha's band. Ooh, that's interesting. They hunt, sometimes take this or that, scavenge after folks who get jumped by beasts. But she never tried to threaten my place. You're safe here, and why would You're safe here, and why would they try to bother Roadwarden? I mean... She's not wrong that some bandits are just desperate. Crime, a lot of the time, is born from desperation. Probably since its soldiers here, she may face consequences for supporting the outlaws. Crime pays. Crime does pay. This is canonically a place like far from the rest of the world. It's very wild. It's very dangerous. It's interesting she says that about Glosha, because everything I've read about Glosha has been bad. The one dude, what was it, at the Pelt Tavern, he wants me to get all the people together to go fight Glosha. Quests. Glosha's band, yeah. According to Pelt's Innkeep, Glosha and her band have broken the truce with the local villages. He's going to pay me 3 dragons if I get in touch with Tyus, the mayor of Hallersdale, and bring him her response. Tyus won't answer any question until I learn more about the raids from the northern villages, White Marshes, Gale Rocks, and Creeks. I don't want to commit to anything. I don't know enough to say whether Glosha's in the right or not here. I don't even know her, but... I mean, you're right, some bandits are just desperate. Her scarred lips form a grimace of a smile. Could I spend a night or two under your roof? What time is it? Oh, what time is it? 5 hours till dusk, yeah. Hey, congrats, Wolf. Good job. Ugh, I gotta keep looking for spiders. Spidey's. Spidey sense. My spidey senses. Can I spend a night or two on your roof? Ooh, I can. She approaches a window above the table and looks outside. Your beast won't make it easy for us, dear. She places her hand on the shutters. It's not a city inn. I don't cook for a smile. I don't work to feed and feel noble. I allow folks to lie down there for free. She points to the bear fur with her broad chin. Up here, right? No, over here. But that's about it. If your horse stays outside, it'll lure the beast to us. But if we move it here, upstairs, it'll leave its droppings to my floor. I mean... Hush your face, Wolf. Don't even joke about that nonsense. There's not. Stop. I don't jive with arachnids. And don't hush your face hole. I don't mess with those guys, okay? I don't deal with spiders. Just a blanket no when it comes to spideys. I don't like them. Can't believe that dude was just up there on my ceiling staring at me. I feel like I can remember almost every single instance I've run into a spider. From the time in like high school where one came down from the ceiling on my desk to just now. To the other day when there was another one on the ceiling when I went to feed the cats, and I glanced up and I looked right at it, and I'm like, is that just like a mark on the ceiling? Because there are a couple marks on the ceiling, or are there just like, or is that a spider? It was a spider. But did you die? Yes, I did actually. I didn't want to reveal it this way, but I've actually been a ghost this whole time. I'm not actually a star lady. I'm the ghost of a star lady. It's like in The Sims where you can die of fright. That's me. I can't even. The thought. The way it just landed on my desk in high school. I'll never forget that nonsense. The way it was just on my ceiling just now. I'll never forget that nonsense. Ugh. Anyway. She gets annoyed even by the idea of it happening. She gets annoyed even by the idea of it happening. If you want to rest here, love, be ready either to pay with coin or some food rations, or to spend the night keeping your mouth quiet, and clean up after it in the morning, will you? Okay. Time for me to go. Bobbert is drinking from the lake. Oh, let's go talk to the foragers. Once the man in black fur hears your steps, he nudges his companion and nods towards you. They put away the old noose traps they were trying to fix, proper for hares and small birds. The tall one spreads his arms, thundering his loud welcome. A Roadwarden, eh? I guess we're going to see each other a lot. I'm Ilan, and this shorty here's... Svi? Svi? Sure. The man in the black fur looks up, frowning. There's also the one-handed man you saw in the attic. Unlike the rest of the staff, he has an unkempt beard and worn clothes made of blue fabric, patched with scraps of flour sacks. He's looking down to examine the trap, but his shoulders are slumped, eyes absent. Ilan doesn't introduce him. Me, I am Numi the Blue. Nice to meet you. Ilan smiles. We get the pell to the north yet, friend? He blushes. How's Dalit doing? Ooh, there's the one in the yellow armor. Ooh, is this romance? Romance? I'm something. Is that the one with the yellow armor? She's well, seems to keep the whole crew together. That's her. A lively color, eh? Yellow. He smiles, but you catch a hint of envy. This is a disaster. This stream. Man, this isn't even going well. I'm not even an hour into stream. Gosh. This is, oh boy, howdy. Boy, howdy. He smiles, but you catch a hint of envy in his voice. Better say hi to her for us. Her boss was looking for her drinks and healing potions. I wish I could have helped her. He glances at his companion, who's currently observing a column of ants running alongside the palisade. They were offering good prices, and she was really good at dice, and told us about so many monsters. Svi adjusts his black cloak. Our traps won't fix themselves. What brings you to us? Elon frowns at his interruption, but says nothing. Ooh. Hold on. Journal. Groups and places. No. Just no. Quintulia, no. Humans. Oh, I can't remember. Dang it, I should have wrote notes about this stuff. Dag nabbit, I didn't write nothing. What can you tell me about the peninsula? Svi lets out a sigh. Not much to see here, eh? Trees, rocks, ponds. I've never been in Howlers, he starts. But an alien chips in. I have. A couple of times. A nice place, kind folks. Lots of grain. They have but one trader, Akakios. He pays poorly, but at least he doesn't waste one's time. Gets straight to the point, see? He thinks for a bit. And they're all so tall. Twice as tall as he is. He points at Svi, who frowns and squeaks back at him. Bullshit. Nope, that was so southern. Slacker? I'm not a slacker, I'm just dumb. I'm not even fully dumb, I just have my dumb moments. Dumb, you give me gum. I am a fool on occasion, and that shows very clearly. You gossip for the next few minutes, but the things they share with you are of little use. I end up saying that you should talk with Foggy instead. She used to travel a lot, and speaks with every visitor. Yeah, often have travelers here? Dylan's voice is like thunder. Nah, you may very well be the last one this season. Sometimes a group of adventurers, who knows why, and southern traders in spring and autumn. Most of our visitors are from the villages, usually creeks and gale rocks. They leave goods at our place, or just outside, and my ma butters in their name with the others. I mean, rocks, timber, furs, and barreled fish can wait a few days. I don't know if I should ask him. I feel like it's been months, but I feel like Tulia was talking about someone in their camp who ran off, who I assumed was dead. You ever played Power World? No. I ain't played that one. You think I got time to play Power World? My life is consumed by streaming, working, and then when I get off, either reading fanfiction or playing Stardew like I am currently. That's my life. Isn't it so interesting and exciting? Oh, I forgot to add art in there. Art, you shove art into the cracks and all that. That's my life, man. It's so interesting, so amazing. I know. Living the dream. What would I do if I didn't have to work? Probably more Stardew. Ugh. I'd like to be more creative. I'd like to do more art. Time. Ugh. The biggest thing that stops me from doing stuff is the time that goes into freaking planning it. You know what I mean? You can't just do stuff. You have to plan to do it. Like, ugh. And writing your magnum opus of Pokemon fanfic. Yeah. I haven't actually been writing on it a lot recently. I kind of slowed down. I've been working and posting on it and all sorts of stuff. I do gotta finish it though, otherwise I'm gonna be so disappointed in myself. I'm gonna finish it. For shame, I know. Please shame me more. Maybe that'll get me motivated to do it, because I really gotta finish it. Or I'm gonna be so upset with myself if I don't finish that thing. I literally wrote on that thing for a year. I can't stop now. Especially when I'm like in the last arcs of the story. I'm so close, I can smell the finish line. Man. What's your plan? I could use some work. Svi nods, and Elan's voice gets even louder. Why does he get so loud? I'm glad to hear that. There's hardly any fruits left around here, and even fewer mushrooms. We're planning to do some bird catching. A hunt without killing. Maybe not today, but in 8 days. Maybe a bit later. What do you say? I can't leave my horse behind. I can't leave Bobbert. Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. Elin waves a hand, just like his mother. The idiot would take care of it. Oh, this is interesting. Were you battle red and silver? If that's a Pokemon reference, I don't get it. Again, my foolishness is showing. The one-handed man starts to object, but a harsh "shut up" from Zvi makes him sigh. His shoulders sag. Elin goes on. He's a loony, and would stumble over his own feet on a trip. But does what he needs when told to. And you know he won't steal it. He hates animals. Wow. If it, like I said, if that's a Pokemon reference, I don't get it. Yeah, just, you know, squeeze my head till I pop. Maybe then I'll have an idea of things. I know, I'm a fool. Whatever, I wear my foolishness proudly. Why do you help with my... Why do you need help with birds? Don't you just let them walk into traps? Elon glances at the cords used for snares. These won't do. We want to catch a runner this big. Oh, the big ones. I gotcha. He raises his muscular arm and stops at maybe a foot. What am I doing? He raises his muscular arm and stops it maybe a foot above his head. And bring it here, alive. We want its meat for later. The man with one hand interrupts him. His voice is weak but disdainful. Beast ought to be dealt with, not tamed. Bonded with monsters brings only death. Ooh. No, he's got it same as yours, and it's got to be a southern accent. Beast ought to be dealt with, not tamed. Bonded with monsters only brings death. He has the accent of city folk, same as yours. Will bring us full bellies in winter, squawks Svi. Well, what's your plan exactly? Elon grabs a rope and shakes it in front of you. We'll catch his neck. Your part was to keep it from running. Don't hurt it. Just make it busy enough for us to surround it. Cheesy criminy, I'm struggling. I could understand not knowing silver, but red, the red for shame. Bruh. I've not played... Okay, it's a lie. I'm playing Pokemon Crystal right now. That's what I've been playing recently. It's Pokemon Crystal. Which, I'll be real with you, I don't even know if it's based off a real game or a fan game or what, but yeah. I kind of want to go and like watch all the Pokemon anime at some point. I would love to like watch it all. Pokemon, gonna catch 'em all, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon. Yeah. But no. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot of Pokemon. I just like them. They're little guys. Read is from the games and manga. I know Ash. Ketchum. That dude. That's my dude. I know that guy. He's the one who's gonna catch them all. He's the champion of the world. Yeah, that guy. That's who I know. What was his name? Well, and Professor Oak and his rival in the car. What's his name? George? No. Gray? No. Was it Gary? Like the snail? Gary? Oh my god, I got it. What a name. All I can think of is SpongeBob snail. Gary. Most important meal of the day, serving it up Gary's way. Blah. Anyway. Don't hurt it. Just make it busy enough for us to surround it. What are you gonna do with it? We'll tether it to the palisade for a day or two, then take it to creeks. Our tribesfolk have enough space to look after it through autumn. Maybe it'll drop a few eggs. Even if not, it's fresh food. Is there a problem with supplies in creeks? They exchange looks. Maybe, admits Svi, but not big enough to make us pay you more. How much do you pay? I mean, it may be a scary trip, but it won't take that long. Elon shrugs. Just show up here at noon or before it. We'll be back in a few hours. You'll get five dragons. 2 if the bird dies. That's a good price for one afternoon, eh? Okay, fine. I'll be back in 8 days, or soon after that. Ooh, Elon grins. Do so. We still need to prepare, and you better do so as well. But don't make us wait for long. Let's not test the bird's patience. Just come one day before afternoon. Did you just start a thing I'm gonna do on my own stream? What did that say? Is Numi a fake Pokemon fan? What even is a fake fan? Oh my gosh. You people better say no. Ugh, my god. You know what? I'm gonna answer my own. Did you say yes? Oh my god. By my own mod. By my own mod. Nobody thought this would happen. Ruffles of ridges, ruffles of ridges. I don't know if I should ask this dude about Tulia. I didn't ask the lady about her arm, but I feel like I got to. I feel like this is too juicy goss. This is hot goss. I feel like I can't not ask this. So I'm gonna ask. You wanna save? Like, save a million times, and then I'm gonna say, turn towards the one without a hand. You know Tulia? Eh. The man gives you a surprised glance, but then looks down and crosses his arms, holding his hand under his shoulder. I'm a new man now. There's nothing that ties me to the army. You've crossed a great part of this land, greater than most. Have you seen anything unusual? He takes a deep breath. His voice is close to a whisper. There's fog in my soul. I was on the eastern road, hungry and sick, praying for the rat to send its beasts on me and save me from the pains of living. I remember the touch of fur and the breath on my neck, the claws pinning me to the ground. I was waiting with my eyes closed. Then I woke up in the middle of the night, still feeling. I got back on my feet, walking until I reached the lights of this tavern without so much as a bruise. Foggy may have no faith in her heart, but the rat used her kindness to give me a second chance. Elin frowned to the man's words, and there's cautiousness in his voice. He may be crazy, but it's true he came here after midnight, raving. Maybe the monsters don't like his scent. So you forgot everything? He hides his stump in the palm of his hand and curls up. I've seen a dragon eat a tree, an ape that tore away the head of a monstrous cat, and a wolf without fur that was... Oh, no, I don't like the thought of that. I don't like that at all. A wolf without fur that was quick as lightning. Leave me alone, evil spirit. Let my shame rest. Why am I the evil spirit in this situation? He's shaken. Let him be, aye. Svi grunts at you. Nothing wrong about the man trying to forget. I mean, fair. I don't want to push him. I question. You're free to say no. Elon rubs his chin. A furless wolf friend. I've heard about that one. Our tribesfolk saw it in the heart of the woods. Ooh, don't like that. A nasty beast. Let's hope it won't find a mate for breeding. It charges at you like a runner and jumps right at your throat. He touches his neck, so even the hunters stay away from it. Too bad we've no crossbows. He raises his wooden club. Aye, better to avoid the deep woods with that one. Furless weird is weird. I walk away. I can wash myself in the lake. Oh, can I clean myself? I'm so stinky. You enter the bridge and move to its edge. Somewhere below you, you notice a glimmer. Hey you! Step back, run! Oh my god. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not gonna get my bath here. Maybe I'm gonna die. Without even thinking, you leap towards the yard. A long, teeth-filled mouth breaks through the water surface, splashing it in every direction. It bites the empty place where you were just standing, while the front limbs, thick, scaled, and ended with claws as large as your fingers, land on the wood. Once the saurion's yellow eyes notices you're outside its reach, it nonchalantly slides into the lake. You hear laughter coming from the yard. Elon was running with help, but now stands with his hands on his thighs, cackling without rest. Svi, on the other hand, looks at you with worry. You see a hand kept beneath his cloak, as if he was reaching for something. What are you doing? The lake isn't for outsiders. I gasp for air and thank him for the warning. I'll stay away. Don't you worry. Imagine a furless animal. Like when, who was it who plucked it? Was it Plato who plucked the chicken? Who was like, behold, a man? Who was it that? Or was it Diogenes? What? That's not his name. I know, I can see how it's spelled. I can't pronounce it. Diogenes. Diogenes. Diogenes? Something like that. Was it that dude who did it? Yes, was it to Plato or Diogenes? Diogenes. Diogenes. Bruh, I can't pronounce stuff. You're just gonna say yes again? I'll never know the answer though. Oh my god. He just nods and gestures for his companion to cut it. They both move towards the gate. Okay, enter the tavern. Map. Travel? It's poorly protected. I don't know if I should keep going. What the hell did she say for how to get to the creeks? Because I don't remember. She just told me, and I'm so dumb. Oh, let's keep going. I can always come back. This is gonna be a bad idea. I know it's a bad idea. I can already tell. The road east is beaten and clean, with enough space to fit 2 wagons side by side. You pass by a few plum trees, apple trees, and cherry trees, but many more stumps, likely belonging to what has been turned into foggy lake. The life in the plains is busy and loud, but so far you don't see any lurking beasts. Judging by the many trampled parts, the meadows, and the fresh fruit trails, foragers search this corner of the peninsula quite often. Diogenes said it to Plato. Okay, so I have both characters correct in the situation. I just wasn't sure who did what. Fair. See, I know some history, some philosophy to a degree. Man, these sounds in this game are just wild. Can you get off there? Get off of that. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Didn't leave much behind. You reach a shining pond at the edge of the forest. What time is it? Okay. You ride beneath 2 trimmed trees growing on the opposite sides of the path, like columns leading to Right's temple. Shouts and heavy steps prepare you for trouble ahead. Oh no. 2 shells are circling around each other. One of them is a 4-legged saurian with dark gray skin. Oh no. As long as you're power-free but only knee-high. It's wandering left and right along the bank, hissing, repetitively sticking its split tongue out and then retracting it. The stout monster don't look like a born hunter of humans, but its long tail is swinging like a whip, for now only threateningly so. But you don't doubt that getting hit by it would likely break your bones. The second one belongs to a brown-skinned man wearing leather pants, a long brown woolen coat, and the matching pelt of a wolf on his head and shoulders, like a haunted hood. His voice is both gentle and scared, and he's stretching his hands in front of him, trying to make the beast stay away as if it's a mouflon. A third shell is right in the middle between the other 2, a creature you don't recognize from a distance, but it's in a puddle of its own blood and isn't moving. It's like Gizmo and a spider. Spider's gone. It's gone. It's not here anymore. It's dead and in the trash. That's where it ended up. Surprise, surprise, people. It's in the garbage. That sucker got squished. And there will be no more. Please. That wasn't actually a statement. That was a beg. That was me pleading to all those holy. Okay, let's think about the situation for a moment. So there's a saurian and a man and something that's injured. But the dude isn't gentle and scared. I ride slowly, taking a closer look at the entire situation. You stand up in the saddle and have a better view and realize that the corpse on the ground is but that of a white ibex. The man, who acknowledges your presence with a nod, speaks with a hint of playfulness in his voice, asking the saurian to be so nice as to stay away. He then turns towards you and points at the prey. Friend, friend, lend me a hand, will you? I'm trying to seize it. As you dismount, the saurian takes a step closer to the pond. Numi the murderer, arachnids, man, whatever, I don't care. When it comes to arachnids, man, it's on sight. It's on sight. Oh. Hold on, what's happening here? Corpse on the ground is that of a white ibex. The man, who acknowledges your presence with a nod, speaks with a hint of playfulness in his voice, asking the saurian to be so nice as to stay away. He then turns to... Is this a druid, maybe? He turns to you and points at the prey. Friend, let me handle you. I'm trying to seize it. Sure, how can I help? It's my job to help people here. He grins and triumphantly raises a finger. That's the spirit. This ibex is our destiny, friend. Okay, this guy's... okay. Vibes. He points at the beast, and as his hat moves around, the loose shaken jaw distracts you. Say, friend, do you have any fruit in those sacks? Throw some at it. I don't have any fruit. His hat moves around. Yeah. I don't have any fruits, but I said it'd help, so I sigh and look at my weapon. I'll distract it. You grab the ibex and drag it away. He scratches his hood and nods with approval. Do you know what, friend? That's an excellent plan. Do so. Maybe he's playing me. Without another glance, he once again shouts at the beast and dashes away from you, followed by his cape. The monster hisses and reaches forward as if waiting to see what you're gonna do. You step forward, hoping to draw the monster's attention as far away from the carcass as possible. It answers your challenge and shortens the distance even further. I focus on avoiding its attacks. How do you expect it to strike? It's got a long tail. Keep an eye on its tail. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe we're fine. Which team won our fight? They're still calculating. It takes them like a week or something usually to figure out who won. And then they do a big reveal on who won. So I don't know. I checked right before, because like the last hour or so, they like hide the scores and everything, because up to that point you can see where it's being calculated, but also it takes a little time for anything like that to update. And I think Fossils was in the lead, but it's always like neck and neck, so it's like 50% to Fossils versus 49 point whatever to Crystals. So it switches back and forth. Just it's always neck and neck like that, so you won't know for a little bit longer. The saurian still surprises you with the range of its attacks. It turns around while pouncing forward and swings the tail at your chest. Thanks to all the attention you paid to its movement, you duck beneath it, then jump away. The next few sways are distant enough that you don't have to fear them. Ha! Dumb beast, you hear. You hear. The thief is running away with the ibex on its back, holding it by the legs while it hangs from his shoulders. You chase after him, barely able to outspeed the monster yourself, as it has already lost any interest in you. Without your help with the weight of the carcass, you doubt the man could get far. I shout at Bobbert to run. You follow the trail of blood, as well as the constantly bouncing head of the brown wolf. Once you get close, the man doesn't mind sharing the burden with you. You now hold the creature by its head, while running side by side is awkward. The weight isn't overwhelming. Your palfrey leads the two of you up the hill. Didn't even touch you, eh? Some good dodging. He warmly laughs. But let's not tempt fate. He looks back, yells in panic, and speeds up. Oh my god, oh no, it's still after us? Bruh. I tell him to prepare for a fight. But the clash never comes? Oh. After another minute, we ran away. I love that for us. Just the two of us holding this ibex side by side, just sprinting through the woods behind Bobber. Cheesy criminy, that's a sight right there. But the clash never comes. Another minute, the beast gives up on its pursuits, though you wouldn't have realized if it wasn't for Bobber, who now trots without a single care. You look back and the sorry and indeed backs down, moving to its pond slowly. Once you approach the woods, you take a short break. Even from a distance, you can see a distinct trail leading between the trees. Not a garden, this forest, the man speaks briefly, gasping from the burden. But not too dark, and cats are but a few. Boars are there, though, and gargoyles, ooh. Better not go too deep. There are no roads there. His face is not much older than 20, shaved with grey hair, cleaner than even among the city folk. While his hood and heavy cloak mask his figure, he seems well fed and healthy. We're halfway there, friend. Creeks is a gorgeous place, you know. You'll love it. We'll see. Don't ruin the surprise. Oh man, I'm so glad I finally got the creeks. Hold on. Oh, we're not there yet. Carrying the ibex takes a while, but the man is incapable of being silent. Every unusual tree seems to be tied to a story from his life, and he makes sure that you notice the first stream you cross on a new solid bridge. One of many creeks, you see, he says with untamed amusement. A thin gorge leads you between the mountains, guys. I'm just gonna say... Dating simulator? Random ibex sleep in the woods versus that one guard I had that romantic moment with back in Howler's Dell. It truly feels like an end of the realm. Harems. You follow the trail of shouts and laughter. 7 people, about 20 years old each, are gathered at the wooden bridge, leaning against a railing, bathing in the stream, lying in the grass. Pieces of the clothing, made of fur and leather, are spread around, next to cudgels and throwing clubs. Once the sound of hooves manages to break through the chattering, the curious young eyes untouched by wartime turn towards you, and an excited whisper spreads. The shells are proudly displayed, and the confident smiles are both inviting and challenging. How's water? The hunter greets his tribesfolk, while stepping on the logs. Gentle and warm, says the man, resting on his friend's shoulder. That's a nice ibex. There are paths leading in many directions, but the main road will take you uphill. Oh man, they're just naked? I didn't realize they were naked. I mean, I guess it's awkward. But also, I'm the one visiting. They were just doing their thing. I'm the one who walked in. Give your guys, that's not an option. I don't have that option. Don't look at the wolf. To be fair, I had to take art classes like that in college, where we would have, you know, naked models. That's how I got so good at drawing anatomy. Practice makes perfect, that sort of thing. And it was always like, you know, never like weird. I mean, I guess the first day of any of that stuff was weird because we're all just like, but after you do it a whole semester, it's like, okay, I need to focus on blending my shading here. Man, college art classes, how crazy. I guess it's still a little embarrassing because I was awkward because I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, look at the watchtower. The hills around you form a valley, most likely spread from here to the very coast. The main spring supplying the creek is cut through the walls high above you. The bridge is young and robust, enduring the weight of the wanderer silently as well as your mountain belongings. A single person is waving to you from the tower, but the roof makes it difficult for you to see what they look like. Your guide speaks with enthusiasm. We keep a soul there at all times, friend. Unless the night's so dark one can't even see the gate. It's not hard work, but it's boring, he says in a sing-song voice. I follow the twisted path. The palisade is as tall as trees, but being placed at the top of the crags makes it look impassable. What? Why is the gate closed? The hunter turns to the watchtower and repeats his question, only louder. Maybe call Ayla? Ayla? Ayla Secura? Maybe call Ayla? Too blind to see, we have a guest eye. A hardly visible guard with a female voice leans from the tower. He's coming, Howler. Relax. Her shouts hint of no patience towards him. The youth dine in the woods after the bath. Why wouldn't we close? The man glances at you. I'm gonna ask, who's Ayla? Just my brother. He gestures for you to ignore it. And I'm Ephraim. Ephraim and Ayla. Interesting. So thanks to our parents, folks keep mistaking our names. But Ayla has a stick in his ass. And is boring and nagging and a legless donkey. The soul from the tower hides again. And the gate opens. We enter the village. I really hope this isn't like actually a bandit camp. No, it's creeks. Okay, good. I was worried for a second. The spears? Gosh, I gotta take a sippy. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. The sparse clumps of grass survive only on the edges of the spacious yard. A few onlookers wear working clothes and suitable for their hard labor. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so bad. Why do people still doing here listen to me fumble around like this? Just play this game for yourselves at this point. You'll do better than me. The few onlookers wear working clothes suitable for their hard labor. They're carrying tools, planks, and logs. You're next to a large building of unusual shape. Rodents of unusual size. Either a temple or a house of gathering. Makes you think of a cabin that's been getting larger over the course of the years, with the section in the middle being darker and more crude than the outer ones. Okay. A slightly overweight man is standing in front of the building, with open arms. Welcome to Creek's friend. His voice and eyes are gentle, but there's a vigor in his stance and gestures. Ephraim was meant to hunt, but I see he brought not one, but two unusual creatures. The hunter rolls his eyes. Don't embarrass us with this prattle. He raises his voice and fills it with bitterness, addressing no soul in particular, and maybe ask someone to help us with this ibex. It's our shared catch. He points at you. Now I want to know to whom we are grateful. Ayla nods towards you. While I introduce myself, I observe him more closely, and miss out on the dulcet tones of Numi. Nay, I say, nay. You mean these dulcet tones of the num-nums? You're right. How could anyone miss this? This is peak right here. But this is gold, what I'm giving you, actually. I observe him more closely. Being close to 30 years old. Actually, you guys are just here to silently make fun and laugh at my attempts to do accents. I know that's why we're all here, actually. You're all just here to get a giggle out of me. Failing to do an Irish/Scottish accent. That's what it all is. I get you. I get you. Fair, man. Fair. Fair. You gotta get your little chuckles where you can in this day and age. Being close to 30 years old, he's one of the older souls around. Just like the other villagers, he has clothes made of animals, not plants. The leather pants and jacket are humble, but the shoulder cape, reaching from his neck to his elbows, used to belong to a yellow elk. His brown skin is darker than that of a farmer, and as you look at the outreached hands, they carry the marks of being cut by tools. And I am Ayla, the carpenter. No, this isn't my buddy, this is the dude. And I am Ayla, the carpenter. He takes a step towards the fruit trees and invites you to move forward. Like most men in the village, he's cleanly shaved. How about I show you the rest of the village? It may be humble, but it's as beautiful as a blue starling. Okay, blue starling sound neat. Thanks. I feel like I want to joke. I feel like this is too funny to pass up. I feel like I can't not say this at this point. This is too funny. This is too funny. Oh, I've already had an opportunity to see some of your beauties. Takes a moment before Ayla figures out what you mean, but Ephraim's laughter is enough of a hint. The carpenter puts a hand on his bulging stomach and playfully taps his fingers. Aye, the youth want to be longed for, but don't find many adventurers in our small group. Our older generation see them as our offspring, not bedfellows. At least the blood crossing isn't an issue yet. Oh. What? What? Whoa, hold, what is even... Whoa. Hold, back up. I think you should back up. The youth want to be longed for, okay. Fair, but don't find many adventures in their small group. Is this a euphemism? And I'm just not... It's not clicking for me? I'm like blinking rapidly at this. Like, huh? Our older generation sees them as our offspring. Why would you not? Not bedfellows. What? It's a euphemism? Okay. At least the blood crossing isn't an issue. Are you talking... I feel like I don't actually want to know. Let's move on. I'm done with that sentence, actually. I'm done with that. I swear, interrupts the hunter. I'm not carrying this ibex to the kitchen. Someone called the cooks. After dropping the carcass on the ground, he springs away, fretting at the blood in his hands. Let's take a stroll then, says Ayla as he leads you forward. Your mouth can drink at the creek here. Come, Bobbert. They like being naked, but not intercourse with each other, especially the older ones with the younger ones. I guess that's fair. I don't know. I'm done. We're moving on from this encounter. I'm gonna go toward the village. What is this? It's a rock? What is this? Looks like a big circus tent. You tether your mount to a tree next to drying laundry. Ayla points at the land behind the bridge proudly. Our newest addition to the village. The hunters grow old, so we're taking steps away from meat and fruits. Okay. You know, farming's the next step in society. That's how you get, like, a community growing. By having stable food supplies. You spot only 2 people working in the field, or rather a large garden covered with cabbages, carrots, onions, and garlic, indistinguishable from the wild plants grown in the woods. On the path between the 2 halves of the field, an elderly woman is sitting on a stool, looking in your direction as if you're interrupting her contemplation. Oh, you know what I just thought? All those youths, maybe one of them wants to be married to the one lady. Where is it? Quest. Matchmaking. Yeah. Timo is looking for a hubby. Yeah, maybe one of them wants to get hitched. Maybe I do need to go talk to the Negi folks. That might be a thing I have to go do. Humans didn't do farming not because we didn't know how, but because we were too lazy. I feel like that's fair. I'm pretty lazy. We were talking about my grandma earlier because I swear the lady's a witch. But like not like a hocus pocus witch, like a woodsy plant witch. Lady has a whole garden and she's such a green thumb. I'm like, oh my god. And I don't know how she manages it, but she does. And she's always bringing by like tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff, and I'm like, how do you manage all of that? How do you, by yourself, ma'am, by yourself? The grandma that summoned the emu? Yes, the same one. It's the same grandma. I love her, but I swear she's witchy. And like, I don't think she realizes how witchy she is. But yeah, I think that emu's moved on now, but it was here for a little bit. How about the pepper? Well, Hava there will turn this place into a proper farm one day. She has a little strength, but keeps precious memories of her trade. Okay. Or she'd be a druid. Yeah, okay. I feel druid. She could be druidy. Druidy makes sense. That's still like magic, but plant. Magic, but plant animal. That sounds like my grandma. I'm not gonna say you lack proper seeds. I'm not gonna talk about this man's garden and seeds just off the bat like this. I'm gonna say, I speak quietly. She seems austere. Efford snorts, holding his laughter. Just be happy you haven't grown under her. I am lucky to have my years after all the pulling and pinching. Don't overcall her. She cares a lot. Ayla invites you with a gesture to follow him deeper into the village. At least about the quiet children. Just let her do the talking. The fewer things you say, the fewer reasons for her to get upset. Yeah, I know the type. Oh, look at this little bonfire. Isn't this so cute? The bonfire spot is surrounded by logs that were cut into tables and stools. Ayla approaches the nearest chair, rubbing its back with his cut hands. When we share a meal, we do so here, sometimes beneath the stars. You'd have to see it. And flames dance in the walls to the monster roars and crickets. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Ephraim's voice also grows in enthusiasm. Dining at the edge of the forest is something you wouldn't forget, unless you can drink. Don't swallow anything stronger than spoiled ibex milk. The shadows, friend. Terrifying. You glance over the wooden buildings. While the walls seem fine, the roofs are primitive, mostly made of planks that are already soggy and bent. There are a few people working on cleaning bark from a log, but the square is mostly quiet, with a few kids observing you from above their toys. Imagine what such dinners would look like. One big family. Let's not talk about the potential fire hazard. Ayla flashes you a disarming white smile. Yeah, a huge one. We don't have any rooms to spare. He looks at the children as they return to their crude wooden toys. They don't realize yet how small our home is. They've hardly seen anyone from the world outside. And the trade occurs at Foggy Lake. And good for them, the hunter chips in. They don't miss much, other than spouses. Is someone looking to get hitched? I know a girl. Hot singles in your area. She's less than a day's ride away. If you're, interested, her name is Timo. She lives in Haller's Dell. I think she was a laundry lady. I can't quite remember. I'm gonna get this lady hitched if it's the last thing I do. Who even cares about my sister's debts at this point in time? I just want to matchmake. Other than spouses, we have everything we need, and so far we have plenty of fresh meat. Some of us even too much. He smirks at the carpenter, who in response turns and walks away. Numi the matchmaker, exactly. I follow him. Ooh, big old empty field. You stand between two of the houses, in front of the gate of an animal pen. The walls are made of sharpened trunks and are as tall as two humans. The captured beasts are tethered by ropes, but have enough freedom to wander and graze. 2 brown boars and a black mouflon. And here are our captives, Ephraim declares proudly. I know, it's still a bit empty, but we'll crowd it just before winter. They want me to get a runner in here too. This is where they're probably going to take care of the runner then. What's over here? This is still an empty place. Interesting. Are you gonna care for them in winter? The hunter swallows loudly, already thinking about his next meal. Nah. The hunter swallows loudly, already thinking about his next meal. Nah. They're here just for the meat and skin. Once the snow falls, we'll butcher them. The carpenter gives him a solemn glance and squeezes the lower edge of his jacket. I'd love to keep them with us. I don't even like meat. We could start a mouflon herd or any other, but it's too dangerous with such weak defenses. He leans on the gate. Our houses are too small for them, and having loud beasts outside during cold months would lure predators. We tried. He falls silent for a bit. Once he picks up the conversation, his voice returns to its previous proud tone. You'll understand better if you take a look at our old forest friend. He points at the area behind a palisade. I look north. Okay. Ruined building looks like. The vast clearing is returning to life, with shrubs spread between the paths of tree stumps. We move to the bridge, then the gateway, and have a chance to look around. We can see the edge of our world from the watchtower. Ayla narrates sublimely. In a long distance, the plateau ends, surrounded by cliffs. You either climb up the mountains or fall to your death. Both men tell you about the difficult pass to the village, a desperate camp, then a cabin and 2, shifting its wooden walls as more and more trees were cut. Without tree crowns, we can walk with no shadows, beast ends, gargoyle eyes, concludes the carpenter. I want to look at the map real quick. It's gotta be something else up here. Ooh, Pagos is probably up here. That's what I need to ask. I gotta see if Pagos is up there. Oh, Pagos. Unicorn. I mean, yeah, a forest garden could be useful. Is it really better than a forest garden? It would produce much more food. Now I only see berries. You hit the heart of our worries, friend. Ayla admits and is interrupted by the hunter quickly. We did what we had to do to push away the beasts. They don't feel safe here and don't seek food on the shrubs as they would on trees. Ayla tells you there's one more thing to see as you walk away. He returns to the matter at hand. The animals keep their distance now, at least in the meadows, so hunting for them gets difficult. And meat, with hardly any mushrooms and herbs, gets bland. A forest garden would solve the problem, sure, but we don't know enough to even start one. Hence, the field of berries. He taps his stomach. First, we need to learn how to feed our children. We lack strength and skill, everyone looks at you. But we have time. I don't know about that. I want to be optimistic, but this whole place is giving me a I feel like they know they don't have enough. I feel like I need to be cautious here. Never as much time as we want. I don't want this to like doom the narrative by me clicking this. You know what I mean? Who Wilhelmed me? Who Wilhelmed? Who did that? Twix? Oh my gosh. Coming in here Wilhelming me on this day of all days when there's a spider around. Ooh. Hi Twix, what's going on? What's shaking big and what's happening, Captain? How's it going? Hopefully well. We're here with a Roadwarden. I'm trying not to doom the narrative, but I'm gonna be pessimistic anyway. You reach the edge of the village. The cliff is tall as the wall. Beneath you, two creeks meet each other and form a gentle river. These are the trees we use to learn more about woodwork. Ayla is smiling as he leans his back against the wall of a house. We plant new ones, but we'll soon have to bring wood from further away. Get saplings a few years, or however long they grow. A decade. A decade's about right. For the smaller stuff, you're not gonna get old wood from that. Obviously. Doom them all. I don't want to do them. Doom the murderer who wants doom and gloom. I want happiness. I want cheer and joy. And all the wonderful, lovely things in the world. Oh, this is a cliff. I see. Interesting. And this is where I leave the two of you with your boring tree talks. Ephraim points at you. See me later if you need. I'll be around. I rarely hunt alone. Why were you out alone that time, then? The carpenter watches his departing companion with genial eyes. Well, there's work to be done. A new chair awaits me. He leads you to a humble woodworking station, placed at the edge of the square. The tools you notice are very simple, if not primitive. We don't have to talk about my trade, Numi the Blue. What brings you to us? I came here just before dark. Is Asterion around? He halts his work and looks at you with an exaggerated frown. Well, that's a weird question. You're the first Roadwarden I've seen in, well, the season, I think. Did you check in the western villages? Look at the Hallersdale simply staying on the road. Yeah, I already asked. It was a long shot. I know he was last seen in White Marshes, but I had to ask. His right hand, still holding a tool, is now squeezing his stomach gently. Tell me about the peninsula. Our tribe won't be much help there, he admits while judging the harsh surface of a small plank. It was our parents who did all the traveling, and did so while we were kids, or not yet born. Most of them are already gone, and most of us travel no further than to Foggy's, and only when we have to. The cannibals and nudists? Where did you hear cannibalism? Where did you get that from? It was a cannibalism mention. I did not pick up on it. Eastern Path issues? At first he gives you a broad smile, then nods with a sigh. So our issues are so clear that folks gossip on them. I'm glad you came to our help, friend. But it doesn't feel right to admit we need help from an outsider. He stands up slowly, walks away, and leaps over one of the log-made tables and looks for something in the pile of wood. In this part of the land, there's always going to be something to do for a Roadwarden. He straightens up with a piece of charred wood in his hand and gets back to you. As he draws black lines on the workbench, he mentions a few names. Creeks, Foggies, Galore's. Here's the lake. The map is simplistic and doesn't align with your own understanding of local distances, but you follow his description without issue. The paths from here to the south is getting too wild for us. He repines. making another few strokes. The merchants travel through the other route, through Howler's Dell, passing by Old Pagos and White Marshes. Once they reach Foggy, they already have full stomachs and many deals closed. And when they travel back, they visit the same places again. Folks already know that trading here takes a long time. So you want me to give them an option to get to you first and move west without backtracking? And do so all by myself. How exactly? Ooh? Well, I'm not sure you can find some help. I'm sure you can find some help. He pats his stomach without noticing that he leaves a few black dots on his leather jacket. There's a few things you could do. Follow the eastern road and see if it's clear. Are there any safe shelters left? Any blockages to get rid of? Is there an overgrown path to burn? Maybe see if the road from here to the western road crossroads is safe, or if the carts could get through to the heart of the woods, if you're brave enough. I hope you're a soul with sage judgment. Sage judgment. Interesting. Seeing your puzzled look, he rests his palms on the table with a shy smile. I know I'm vague, but I bet you already know more about these roads than I do, friend. His eyes return to the map, and after a moment of hesitation, he rubs an uneven line with his thumb. I already know, I'll be honest with you. He looks at you in silence, then clutches his stomach. Can't. Most likely? But the more news you bring us, the further away from a village our foragers and hunters will be willing to roam. Foggy's boys as well, I expect. Sooner or later, the truth will surface, and I'll advise my tribe to take a lesson from whatever we're bound to find. Where would you like me to start? Go to the shelter set just at the side of the roads. There's a ruined campsite west of Foggy's. He makes a small circle on the map. Or you could go south, to a cabin our elders built. He makes a larger square. It's halfway from here to the river. Take a look around, see what's their condition. If there's any beasts around, you can handle a few small creatures, can't you? So 2 small shelters and then you just want me to take care of anything I find? He laughs, but not with his eyes. Forgive me, friend, but you don't sound like someone with much experience behind them. You're nothing like Asterion. He took pride in his self-reliance. I mean, fair. This is like literally my 2nd day at this, man. I'm new in town. Yeah, I want to ask this. Wouldn't it be better for you to put work into the western road, split the labor with the other settlements? I can see why he wants to do this. If he can go this way. I don't know if he's the only big settlement here, though. But I'll ask it. They can't be trusted, especially some of them. He crosses the western side of the map with a long, thin line. Even a paved route would force merchants to add a day of some pointless travel to their plans. That's a big loss in their trade. Excuse me. Having our path clear gives everyone more options and more convenience. You forgot to mention my pay. That depends on what you're about to do, eh? The tribe has but a few dragons. To confirm his words, he enters a nearby house, from which he picks up an old wooden case, crude in shape and with an unsightly engraving of a 3-headed hydra on its lid. Inside it, you see maybe 24 dragon bones. Let's say you'll get a dragon for any news about cleared or blocked areas, and more if it takes real effort from you. Fine, sure, yeah, I can do that. We have a deal. He flashes you a wide smile and pats his stomach. You won't regret this. He then throws away the charred wood, returns to his stool, and looks for his tools. Yeah, I can tell him this now, because there are the foxes there and I did not move them. The shelter in the west isn't safe, better stay away from it until the dusk foxes move out. Dusk foxes? After he meets your silence, he carries on. I don't know what that is. You describe their looks and the threat they present as Ayla observes the clouds, sometimes asking you to explain more. He finally squeezes his cloak and reaches out for a coin that's been resting on the workbench. Well, sounds not as dangerous as a tribe of goblins, but it may be better for us to hunt them down in spring. We may need your help then. For now, a single dragon bone would be fair pay for the news. Thanks. Oh, guys, I have money. I'm not broke. Inventory. I have 1 coin. I'm not broke. Oh my god. I'm not broke anymore. Well, it's a start. To keep it up. I'll let you know if there's anything else. Okay. I'm gonna say we'll call it here for today because it is 8:56, so it's pretty much 9 o'clock, and I said 2 hours. So, save. How do I settings? Save here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a good spot to save anyway. Now that I'm at Creeks, we're still on the same day. This is the same day I started over in Housdale. I didn't realize how long these days would last. Bruh, I have 40 days in this place. This game's gonna go on forever. You sent till 9 a.m.? Oh, you liar. You liar. I said 2 hours. I didn't even say 9 when I started. I said 2 hours. It's in the title of the stream, fella. Fella. So take that. But anyway, it is time for me to call it quits. Yeah. You get that little smirk at me, a wolf. We're gonna call it quits there because my throat hurts. I've talked too much and I need to spray them this whole room with some mint lavender oil water spray whatever stuff because spiders are not allowed. I need to put a sign on my door that says no spiders allowed. Exactly like that, word for word. And it's for no. Hush your face. Hush your face. No. 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 None of that nonsense. Let me go ahead and switch this over to my end screen. And there we go. And I don't know who the heck is on, but for those of you who are interested in the raid messages stuff, copy paste that right there, and I'm going to take a gander at who we can raid into. Who is on? Juby's on. Juby's always fun. Oh my god, so many people are on. Juby, Osmo. Naz is on. Naz was on, and Naz was here early. Let's go raid Naz playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. That sounds great. Let me get that started. Nazreen. Yeah. Naz is so cool, guys. Naz's design is so gorgeous. I love it. The hair is so pretty. I don't know if I've ever told them that, but I love the hair. It's so pretty. So yeah, we're gonna go right now. Let me get that started. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and for a more chaotic Monday streams, which we have chaotically, you know. We'll be back on Thursday for more Fallout 1 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and again on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard for more Dragon Age Origins Awakenings. So be sure to join me then. If you want to know more information about when I go live, follow me here, follow me on Blue Sky, and to follow along with my journeys and my games from the start, and for full length, you can go to my YouTube, which is linked in my About Me below. And if you're not doing follow me there or here, for people on YouTube, I guess subscribe. I don't know how it works on YouTube. Oh, I'm a Twitch streamer. This is weird. Oh, anyway. Send the love on the Naz when you get there. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week, guys. Thanks so much once again, and bye-bye.